So you want to join the Nothing Cool Kids Club, but are you really ready to trade up your AirPods for a transparent device with a walkie-talkie? Because in 2026, picking the AirPods isn't necessarily the best tech, but it is the safest option. The Nothing Ear 3 isn't just an AirPods replacement, but it actually might be an upgrade for those sick of the white sticks. When you're buying a brand new pair of headphones, you're going to have a lot of buying decisions. So I'm going to help you make that choice in this video by answering some very commonly asked questions. Is the sound quality of the Ear 3 any good? Well, straight out of the box, it needs a little bit of work because to me it sounded a little bit muddy. However, with the right tuning profile, you can actually get these to sound like a $500 IEM and much better sound quality than the AirPods Pro, in my opinion. Nothing have done an amazing job and created this beautiful application that takes the Nothing Ear 3 to a whole new level. You can actually see that they've even pushed a firmware update, so I have to do that. But you can see that they're still working on these headphones. It's not something that you just buy and they forget about you. And that's their competitive advantage. Now, the customizability is something that you don't get on AirPods, and I'll show you a few of those different settings. So you've got noise cancelling on or off and transparency mode. You've got spatial audio, which sounds awesome when you're watching a movie on your phone, like it's like a little cinema. The super mic is that ability to have that used as a walkie-talkie, but I'm going to turn it off because I don't use that. Now, I usually have bass enhancement all the way up because I love a bassy track. And then you've got an ability to personalize the sound to your ears. And this is the part that's the most interesting. It's the equalizer. So you've got a simple equalizer here that you can just pick. You can do advanced, and you can actually even download other people's specifically designed equalizer settings, and they make a huge difference. Like, it's not like you're not noticing anything. You're actually getting a complete different sound profile with this tuning ability. Low lag mode, if you're playing games. You can do dual connection if you've got multiple devices. Excellent job, Nothing. So the next buying decision question you have to answer is, have you guys subscribed to the channel and liked this video? The noise cancelling on the Nothing Ear 3 is, I would say, pretty interesting. I had a chance to travel with them on a plane. It was a 5.5 hour flight, and I used the noise cancelling for the entire flight. The truth is that it kind of covers about 75% of the spectrum, but you still hear that last 25% of like the engine rumble or things going on around you. Definitely the AirPods have a much better ability to cancel out those type of sounds, but you do notice the difference. The only problem with noise cancelling is some people might find it a little bit like pressure sensitive on your ears. I didn't find that too much with these, but after about 2 hours, I would kind of take them out and put them back in, and you would definitely hear that the noise cancelling kicked in. The transparency mode when used on the airplane, for my opinion, I don't actually use it that much, but I did test it. And what I found is that you can hear the pilot, you can hear people talking around you fine, but it does have that digital sound effect, and it definitely has that little bit of like muddiness. So personally, I just find it easier just to take the AirPods out of my ear and then don't have to worry about it after. What about the battery life? Well, I used the Ear 3 through the 5.5 hour flight from Adelaide to Bali, and to be quite honest, it lasted the whole way through. However, some people have complained that when they're using LDAC and active noise cancelling, the battery life went down to maybe 3 to 3.5 hours, but you just pop them in the case, take a 20-minute break, and you're pretty much good for another couple of hours. So I find that to be perfectly good enough for this type of design. When using headphones, anything that's not comfortable, you're not going to use. So it's a big thing to make that decision. And I found them to be very comfortable with ear fatigue hitting around that 3 hour mark. I tried laying down on the plane, like with the Ear 3s in my ear and resting against my arm, and you know, they're not the most comfortable, but I don't know if that's really the intention on how you're supposed to use them. The other thing is I noticed that when I would pull them out of my ear, sometimes the earplug would pop off. Now on the app, you can actually do a test to see how the noise cancelling works with the different earplugs. I went for an L, it came with the M already on there, but that's the only weird thing that I kind of noticed. Do they look good? Well, it's obviously a subjective thing that you're going to have to decide, but Considering everyone wears little white toothbrush heads in their ears, I think something going along this route might be a worthy upgrade. Nothing themselves have designed these headphones in a way that look amazing, and it's not an easy thing to produce, and this transparent design looks absolutely stunning, and it's got this amazing intricacies and attention to detail that nothing really have put themselves at a level above all the competition in this space. Obviously, being plastic and having a plastic lid, the actual case is aluminium, so it does feel extremely solid. It doesn't feel like a toy, it feels like a premium device. But I had the headphones in a felt bag and they still got scratched quite a lot. So if you're not careful, the case is going to get scratched. But the headphones themselves, I didn't really have any issue with. They are holding up perfectly fine. Now the walkie-talkie mode, it's a little microphone that's built into the case. Never used it. I don't receive enough calls to be able to test it out for you guys. There's some added functionality around AI, but when you're using an iPhone, there's a little bit of a challenge, because it's designed to work with the nothing Android phones. The other thing that I noticed also is that with the AirPods, when I take them out of my ear and I leave them on a table, they kind of go into like a low power mode, where with these, they still stayed connected to Bluetooth. So if I would walk away for an hour and play something on my phone, I'll be like, oh, where's the sound coming out of? And I realize they're coming out of the headphones, and the battery would kind of decrease significantly. I don't know if that's something can be improved on or fixed, but it's just something annoying that I kind of done out of habit that I forgot I used to do. So the question is, are they actually worth buying? Now, if you have an Android phone, I would say 100%. From a price perspective, it might be a little bit interesting. In Australia, these are $299, where the AirPods Pro 3 are $429. Now, if you're looking for something different, like you've got an older AirPod 1 or AirPods 2, and you just listen to audio, you maybe use active noise cancelling sometimes, and the rest of the stuff you don't really mind, but you want the flexibility to tune your audio profiles, because the sound quality from this is awesome. Like if you have a chance to put these headphones in, put spatial audio on and watch a movie, it sounds like you're in a cinema. Obviously the AirPods can do something close, but the sound quality is great. Like I don't have anything to complain about. But is it $129 enough of a gap to go between both? Personally, I think that these are 100% fine if you can handle those issues that I've explained. And they do come on sale sometimes. So if you guys want to grab one, I'll have the best prices linked down below.